Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers winning their last game against the New York Knicks.
Yeah, that was a strange game. Very shaky defensive performance by their opponent, but hey, they took advantage of it.
Yeah, I'd go along with that. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
Indiana trailing here. On the court for Sacramento. Stauskas is the 2 with Gay playing small forward. Thompson is out there with Carl Landry, and it's Collison in at the 1 spot. West a screen on Collison. Here's Watson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
C.J. Watson is 6'6", and he's shooting combo guard. He's an excellent marksman from behind the three-point line, which helps his team space the floor, but he's also an underrated defender.
And the Kings making a change here. Monroe's checked in. And it's tied up with that one. And for Watson, between his outside shooting guys and his solid defense, he makes a nice backup.
Yeah, pretty good at getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. You know, a player who spent a little time in the D-League out of college and now has really solidified his place as an NBA player.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Stuckey dishes to West. George against Gay. Just 5 on the clock. The shot by George, no good.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Thompson, a screen on George. Here's Stauskas. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Stauskas has got his first 2 points of the night for the Sacramento Kings. Their last game, a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Luis Scola, he's checked in for West, and Chris Copeland subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. Sacramento also making some changes. Ray McCallum comes in for Stauskas, and Sessions subbed in for Darren Collison.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet.
Monroe, the pass to Gay. 11 feet away, again, Sacramento.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Well, last season, the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers in the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
Lets the 3 fly. Copeland can't hit.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Watson kicks to George. Pass to Mahimi. Watson, that's for 2. Good as the jump shot falls. Watson's got 6. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Sessions. That is good. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here is Watson. He's covered by Sessions. There's the pick. Watson kicks to Mahimi. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Jason Thompson. The Pacers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First one falls for him. Sacramento making a switch here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Kings leading now by 5. And McCallum kicks to Evans. Pass to McCallum. Here's Sessions. With 1 on the clock. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Kings ahead. Up 5. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. For the Pacers, Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Chris Copeland comes in, and it's Watson in for Paul George. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Jason Thompson is checked in for Cousins. Monroe comes in for Reggie Evans. Rudy Gay's checked in for Stauskas. And it's Collison in for Sessions. On the floor for Sacramento, Monroe in at power forward. McCallum is out there with Collison. Then there's Thompson, and it's Gay in at the 3 spot. Scola dishes to Stuckey. Shot clock at 6. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him. Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Pacers trail by 6. Scola, a screen on Collison. Stuckey passes to Watson. Monroe against Scola. Here's Stuckey. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the Jazz.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins signed by the Kings to a max contract extension in 2013. Coach Mike Malone said, quote, "We've made a huge commitment, not only to him as a player, but as a person." He added that Cousins' biggest jump will come from handling adversity and being comfortable when he's uncomfortable. Once he does that, it's scary how good he can be. Kevin?
A fiery disposition. If he can channel it, the sky's the limit. Thank you, Doris. Watson kicks to Mahinmi. And that one's good. Mahinmi's got his second bucket of the night.
He kind of threaded the needle with that pass into the paint.
Collison dishes to McCallum. Monroe outside. Monroe right side. The shot from the low post is good. Monroe's got the lead up to 6 now for Sacramento. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Now Watson, 14 points from him the last game against New York.
He was exquisite in that game, Kevin. It wasn't just the scoring, it was the passing, too. And his teammates, you could tell, were just really enjoying playing with him.
And so that's the end of the first half. King.
Well, Coach Vogt.
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk about some crucial areas from the first half. First things first, how about the job we've done in the paint offensively? It was men against boys down there. We've had our way with them.
Welcome back, everybody, to Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for David West. And Rudez is subbed in for C.J. Watson. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Jason Thompson is checked in for Cousins. Evans comes in for Carl Landry. Ray McCallum's checked in for Rudy Gay. And Sessions subbed in for Darren Collison. We've got Scola. Rodney Stuckey out there with Paul George. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Rudez in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. For Sacramento, they have shot 8 of 10. 80% free throw shooting here. And the Kings making a change here. Monroe's checked in. Second free throw, no good. Pacers trail by 6. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Stuckey passes to Scola. Back to Stuckey. Charity stripe shot. Can't get it to go. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Yeah, that was very sloppy in that first matchup. It was a poorly played game. And it turned into a blowout because they continued to turn the ball over and they didn't execute offensively. Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Passes to Rudez. That ball's nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Kings leading now by 6. And it's hard to forget what Steve mentioned. The turnovers really piled up last time.
Yep, you know, Steve's always on top of it, as are you. You can bet their coach was on top of it as well and didn't let them forget about that. It was an embarrassing statistic in an embarrassing loss.
Scola against Monroe. Fires top of the key. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. The Kings have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. And Sessions kicks to Monroe. He dishes it to Sessions. Monroe outside. He feeds it to Sessions. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Thompson. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Sacramento lead.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Scola sets a screen for George. Knocked away. Got it up. Cannot hit. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Sacramento. Tune in. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
For Indiana, Mahinmi comes in for Chris Copeland. And it's Luis Scola in for Paul George. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Monroe's checked in for Cousins. Evans comes in for Carl Landry. Derek Williams, he checked in for Rudy Gay. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Darren Collison. On the court for Sacramento, Monroe in at center. Williams is out there with Evans. Then it's Ray McCallum. And it's Sessions in at the point guard. Great open look there. And the Kings lead by 15.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here and really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Some days, Clark.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Darren Collison.